Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Well, we wrapped up a pretty pivotal week after a good 2 solid months of a miraculous climb in the broad market and many individual equities as well. We pulled back, but we really just pulled back just a smidge this week. Here's a chart of the SPY. As you can see, we had a recent high on 1228 of 477.55, and today we close here at 467.92. So just really a difference of just shy of $10, which in percentage terms, we're talking about 2%, something like that, right? So not really a big pullback by any stretch of the imagination, especially following such a big run. But the question is, will this drop continue into next week? That question is interesting. We're not going to know the real answer until next week, but I've got some ideas that can help us keep track on here and trade the market well going into it. So next week, we're gonna have some Fed speakers, but importantly, we are also going to have CPI and PPI coming out, so more inflation numbers. Now, inflation, of course, has been on a downward trajectory. It's been doing well, hasn't quite hit the Fed's recent mandate of 2%, but been going in the right direction, right? And after the dovish comments from Powell at the last Fed meeting, I wouldn't be surprised if it continues that way. Now, that said, today we had the monthly unemployment figures, and there were more jobs created than we expected. So that could be a sign that inflation is maybe headed back in the wrong direction and that rates might need to stay higher for longer, which, of course, is the narrative that drove the market down a smidge this entire week. So that being said, here we are in 2024, and we are trading again because we've got stuff to trade, and that is pretty darn exciting. So that said, rest up, have a great weekend. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.